Hello, I'm Raymond, and welcome to another indie game devlog, documenting the development of my anime-styled parkour game, Project Feline. Last episode, I put together mood boards and concept sketches, and I have since used those as inspiration for an all-new feature-length map. In this episode, we'll be looking into my level design process, as well as some new changes made to Gabby's parkour moveset. So, without further ado, let's get into it. When designing a map, I found that a great place to start is by drafting a blockout. Blockouts are made with the goal to test and iterate. During this phase, focus is directed towards making the map fun to play before it's pretty, constructed from simplistic geometry and leaving graphics at the lowest priority. It is only after a map design is finalized that the geometry is replaced with the final meshes and when lighting and effects are added. In a previous devlog episode, I utilized a technique from Respawn Entertainment known as action blocking, where designers rapidly prototype small, contained blocks to experiment with different gameplay scenarios. I've used this technique for all of the maps in the Project Feline prototype build so far. However, for this V-Slice map, I took a more straightforward approach. The current action blocks in Project Feline would take players anywhere from 6 to 30 seconds to complete. And due to this fact, I began receiving lots of feedback requesting longer levels to play through. So, using the experience gained from constructing these initial action blocks, I set my goal for the next 2-week sprint to construct a longer map with more opportunities for shortcuts, high-speed action, and exploration. To construct this V-Slice map, I once again utilized the Super Grid Starter Pack, available for free from the Unreal Marketplace. This pack contains meshes and materials that align perfectly with Unreal Engine's metric grid, making for a great blocking tool. While graphics are not a priority yet, I was mindful of the fact that players could easily get lost looking at nothing but grids, so I made efforts to lay out the geometry in a visually intuitive way, using composition techniques to guide the player's eye towards the desired objective. When constructing this map, I tried to break it down into different sections, differentiated by pace. I wanted to include a variety of areas facilitating wild, fast-paced action, precise platforming, and parkour. By the end of the 2-week sprint, I had developed a few distinct areas throughout the map. The opening, the warehouse, the tilted towers, the corridor, the cranes, and the finale. Each of these subsections are the size of a single action block from the previous builds, only in this map, they're all combined into one big level. I've released this map in a new version of the game, linked in the video description. I would greatly appreciate your feedback on this map in the comments below, or in the Feline discussion channel on my Discord server. Also, if you can pull off those pro gamer moves, you might notice there's a few shortcuts throughout this map. And I challenge all of you to try and beat my world record of 1 millisecond for this map. No hacks. Download the latest update and submit your run to our Discord server. Creating this longer map was fun, but it was not without its challenges. I found it difficult to keep players engaged for longer than 30 seconds with my wall ride and grind mechanic, and my attempts to do so revealed previously hidden flaws in Project Feline's core design. A lot of these issues stem from pacing, as moves like wall riding and grinding all work to facilitate the same fast pace. While I had set out to make a fast-paced game, I can't help but feel that this constant speed becomes meaningless if there's nothing to contrast it with, and that things could get boring when going fast all the time. Upon discovering this, I felt compelled to immediately halt development of the map and return to the mechanics. However, I wouldn't have even noticed these flaws if I hadn't decided to build this map. I think that's the advantage of diversifying your focus from time to time. It allows for other aspects of the project to cross-pollinate. Instead of focusing on the mechanics in a vacuum like I had been previously, the levels and art can inspire the mechanics, and vice versa. For this reason, I decided to stay on course, finish my blockout, and finish the V-Slice map. After all, who knows what other kinds of problems may arise? I'd like to wait and see so that I may return to the mechanics later with a new perspective. In the meantime, I did my best to vary the pace of the level using different geometry, and I was also able to make some small but important changes to the mechanics. While building the new map, I wanted to include segments that required precision platforming to vary the pace of the high-speed wall riding. To make these areas more fun, I gave Gabby the ability to perform a mid-air dash. A mid-air dash can be performed when the player presses the jump button while Gabby is in mid-air, propelling her forward at high speed. The air dash also provides increased air control, allowing her to make sharp turns while in mid-air. I've also made some other additional changes to the existing mechanics for this update, and I hope you all enjoy them. Based on player feedback, I've re-added the wall ride combo system from previous versions. Although slightly toned down, Gabby's wall ride speed will now increase for each consecutive wall jump performed without touching the ground. I've removed Gabby's melee combat for this build, however I'm hopeful that the new mid-air dash will take the place of the air kick move. Gabby can still take out drones and turrets with her slide ability. I've made some tweaks to the heads-up display, making it a bit less intrusive. I've anchored the HUD elements closer to the edges of the screen and removed the black borders around each text element. I've also added a HUD opacity slider in the settings menu. Along with these changes, I've also moved the third-person camera a little further back, as well as widening the default field of view, allowing you to see the character's feet while platforming. So this new map, along with these changes, are available in a new version of the game, linked in the video description. It's free, although I greatly appreciate those who have been leaving donations through the itch page. It really means a lot. Give the game a try and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe and enable notifications so you don't miss the next episode, where I'll be adding the proper models and 3D assets to the map. If you'd like to see my progress in between devlogs, you can watch me develop this game live on Twitch. I stream there once, sometimes twice a week, sharing my development process and talking with you guys in the chat, so be sure to follow me there to be notified whenever I go live. These devlogs are funded by all of my supporters on Patreon, and I'd like to give a special thank you to my top tier supporters. If you'd like to support the production of these videos, you can make your pledge via my Patreon, linked in the description, and get exclusive access to behind the scenes posts and exclusive chats on my Discord server. And I'd also like to thank the artists behind this episode's wonderful Project Feline fan art submissions. If you'd like to have your fan art featured in these videos, submit them to our Discord server linked in the video description. And also, be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for more frequent updates on the game in between devlogs. Thank you so much for stopping by and following my development journey. I'll see you in the next one.